by the United Front of Ethiopian Federalist and Confederalist Force, November 5, 2021, Washington, D.C. At the outset, we, the Federalist and Confederalist Forces of Ethiopia, are pleased to announce the establishment of a front, the United Front of Ethiopian Federalist and Confederalist Forces. This front is composed of forces fighting against the genocide of the region in Ethiopia. Until 2018, Ethiopia was regarded by many as a symbol of stability in the ever turbulent region, the Horn of Africa. In unfortunate turn of events, what has unfolded in Ethiopia since 2018 was catastrophic, to say the least. Despite the widespread popular aspiration for the reform and stability, Ethiopia under Abiy Ahmed instead has plunged into theater for the ethnic cleansing and genocide. 3 million internal displaced, over 63,000 persons forced to cross borders to neighboring countries, state-sanctioned famine and violence, political assassinations, killings, and detention of civilians in internment camps, imprisonment of political leaders, their followers, and media personalities. Furthermore, once regarded as one of the fastest growing economies in Africa and beyond, is mirrored with rampant ethnic conflicts throughout the country. A record high number of people in need of emergency food assistance. The toll of genocidal war waged against its own people. The thriving economy has turned its foreign currency depleted with seemingly uncontrollable corruption and misappropriation. Unfortunately, this is becoming the features of the current Ethiopia. For the first time in the country's history, the regime in power has masterminded, conspired with an enemy, and invited foreign forces to massacre and commit genocide on its own people, whilst decimating infrastructures and exploiting its resources. As it stands, Ethiopia has significantly deteriorated political, social, and economic situation that is leading the country down a path of disintegration. Tensions throughout the country have been exacerbated by the autocratic rule of Abiy Ahmed, who aims to undermine the multinational federal structure and the constitution of Ethiopia to consolidate his power, thereby dragging Ethiopia to the verge of impulsion. We are witnessing an unstable Ethiopia on the verge of collapse with apparent negative consequences not only to itself but also with serious security implications to the region, to the larger East Africa, Red Sea, and the entire continent and beyond. Ethiopia is a country of over 115 million. If allowed to fail, it shall be of grave concern to all our partners, potentially triggering alarm over the country's current trajectory. In addition to this, following the region's heavy defeat, sustaining in all battlefronts, its administrative structures, both at federal and regional levels, are evidently trembling. As a response to the mere of crisis facing the various nations of the country and to reverse the harmful effects of Abiy Ahmed's autocratic rule to our peoples and beyond, we have recognized the urgent need to collaborate and join our forces towards a safe transition in the country. Hence, have established the United Front of Ethiopian Federalist and Confederalist Forces. The United Front of Ethiopian Federalist and Confederalist Forces is aligned our collective will towards unified struggle for democracy, equality, and self-determination that benefits us all mutually. We have agreed, among other things, to establish a joint command responsible for all-round engagement and to work jointly towards an all-inclusive national dialogue and the establishment of transitional arrangements with the view of addressing the political crisis affecting the country. Additionally, we have agreed to synchronize and share our human and material resources as is required to expedite the struggle against the tyrannical regime and to jointly work in apprehending and bringing to justice those officials of the region and its collaborators in the gross human rights violations and genocidal crimes. The United Front of Ethiopian Federalist and Confederalist Force sees this opportunity to urge all Ethiopians and all peace-loving people to categorically denounce repeated calls by the region and its operatives for a wholesome war between the Ethiopian people. We further take this opportunity to critical occasions to condemn in strong positive terms the concerted social media campaigns against the specific ethnic group, predominantly Tigray and generally Benishangul Gumuz, Oromo, Command and others in Ethiopia. We reiterate our position that we do not recognize the illegally constituted government by the self-acclaimed Prosperity Party based on sham elections to which the main opposition parties in Ethiopia were denied participation. Equally, the United Front of Ethiopian Federalist and Confederalist Forces categorically reject and shall consider it null any attempt to temper the existing constitution in any form or shape. Therefore, we call upon all the Federalist and Confederalist forces in Ethiopia to join the front, whose core goal is clearly stated and benefits the entire nations and peoples in Ethiopia. Finally, the front extends the highest appreciation and gratitude to Whole Ethiopia for taking initiative to bring the parties to one platform. The members of this front are Afar Revolutionary Democratic Unity Front. I can repeat it. Afar Revolutionary Democratic Unity Front. Agaw Democratic Movement. Benishangul People's Liberation Movement. Gambela People's Liberation Army. Global Command People Right and Justice Movement. Command Democratic Party. Oromo Liberation Front. Oromo Liberation Army. Sidama National Liberation Front. Somali State Resistance and Tigray People's Liberation Front. Thank you.